12 years of waiting. The boy who left as a promising star, destined to conquer the world, did it. The young talent who once dazzled Brazil set out to captivate Europe and succeeded. After years of anticipation for the Santos faithful, the moment has finally arrived. Neymar is back at Santos. But why has Neymar, a global football superstar, returned to Santos? Why does he see this as his chance to rediscover happiness on the pitch? Why has his return caused such a stir, even among rival fans? And is this truly the greatest comeback in the history of Brazilian football? That's what we'll explore in today's video. Brazilian talent, the best football in the world. Hello, Brazilian football fans. In today's video, we'll dive deep into the madness surrounding Neymar's sensational return to Brazilian football. Considered by many as Brazil's greatest player since Ronaldo, Neymar has officially rejoined Santos, the club where he became a legend. We'll explore the emotional reasons behind this comeback and why it has touched the hearts of not only Santos supporters, but even rival fans. Stay with us to get the full story. Don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, what do you think about Neymar's return? Let us know in the comments. First and foremost, we need to understand what made Neymar so beloved. Despite having only one major title with the Brazilian national team, Neymar captured the hearts of the entire nation. From a young age, he was already seen as a footballing prodigy. His journey was followed closely, from his first steps in Santos's youth academy to his professional debut in 2009. From that moment on, it was no longer just about following a promising talent. It became the chance to witness a football genius in the making. His time in Brazilian football was marked by record-breaking numbers, title triumphs, and sheer brilliance. He quickly became the main star of the national team, won countless individual awards, and was even admired in the stadiums of rival clubs, becoming an icon of the sport. In total, Neymar played 225 matches for Santos, 136 goals, 63 assists. He won the Campeonato Paulista 3 times, lifted the Copa do Brasil, and claimed the Recopa Sudamericana. Most notably, he led Santos to their first Copa Libertadores title in nearly 50 years. On top of that, he received 33 individual awards during his formative years. Neymar was a phenomenon in Brazilian football, but now he's returned even greater. Considered by many as the third best player of his generation, behind only Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar returns to Santos with staggering career stats. 591 official matches, 360 goals, 220 assists. He's a Champions League and Club World Cup winner with numerous titles across the globe. He stands alone as the all-time leading goal scorer for the Brazilian national team. So, what do you think? Is Neymar's return truly the greatest comeback in Brazilian football history? What can we expect from Neymar's return? And why has he come back at a still competitive age? The second question might be easier to answer. Neymar recently stated that he wants to rediscover the joy of playing football. And where better to do that than at a club where he's a legend and beloved by fans? Is there a better league than the one in a country where he's been worshipped multiple times? Probably not. Moreover, Neymar still has one final major career objective: winning the 2026 World Cup. Brazilian football offers him an excellent platform to play at a high level. The league has evolved significantly and provides a great opportunity for him to reconnect with his people. But when it comes to what we can expect on the pitch, we need to be a bit more cautious. Neymar is coming off 2 turbulent years. He managed just 1 goal and 2 assists. He played only 7 matches and suffered multiple serious injuries. His stint at Al Hilal was a complete sporting failure, mainly because he barely managed to take the field. Still, there's room for hope. The player claims to be fully recovered. He's returning to an environment where he can play freely, without heavy tactical responsibilities. Additionally, the initial months of the year feature regional championships, which are at a lower level compared to what he'll face in the medium term. Perfect for regaining match fitness and rebuilding confidence. While it's unlikely that Neymar will display the same pace and intensity as in his first stint at Santos, after all, he's more than a decade older. His talent is undeniable, and will prove it. In 2023, Neymar was still in Europe, competing at the highest level in the world. Even then, his numbers were spectacular. In his final season with PSG, 2022/2023, he registered 18 goals, 16 assists in just 29 matches. That's more than 1 goal contribution per game. If we analyze his impact based on minutes played, the numbers are even more impressive. 1 goal contribution every 69 minutes. Since his arrival in Europe, Neymar has consistently contributed over 20 direct goal involvements per season, even in injury-hit seasons where he played fewer than 30 matches. If he's on the pitch, Neymar will make an impact. With all that said, is it an exaggeration to call Neymar's return the greatest comeback in Brazilian football history? Perhaps the strongest contender in terms of a player's caliber is Ronaldo's return to Corinthians in 2009. However, Ronaldo was already at the tail end of his career, out of shape, and joining a club he had never played for before. Neymar, on the other hand, is returning to the club where he's a legend. He's coming back unexpectedly, with a career and talent that rank him among the greatest names in Brazilian football. And most importantly, Neymar still has plenty of fuel left in the tank, especially considering his performances in the years before the Saudi project. What do you think? Does this make sense? But let's be clear, there are no guarantees with this return. It's impossible to ignore the fact that Neymar has barely played in the last 2 years. And that's not all. His physical problems have been a recurring issue for several seasons. Since joining PSG, the season in which Neymar played the most matches was 2020-2021, with just 31 appearances. That's roughly 50% of the packed Brazilian football calendar. Additionally, some big stars have struggled upon their return. A prime example is Neymar's generational peer and the second most successful Brazilian of their era, Felipe Coutinho. Despite returning to Vasco da Gama, Coutinho has yet to find his footing and shares a similar injury history with Neymar. So, will Neymar be able to overcome these challenges? That's what we're all hoping for. After all, a successful recovery and Neymar's return to form would mean much more than new trophies for Santos. It symbolizes hope for a World Cup title in 2026 and Neymar reclaiming his rightful place in Brazilian football history as one of the top 5 players ever to represent the national team. What about you? Are you excited about Neymar's return to Santos? What are your expectations for the Brazilian genius? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to leave a like on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel. Brazilian talent, the best of the best football in the world.